Good evening and welcome from the Walt Price Student Fitness Center here at Everett Community College. It is NWAC semifinal basketball tonight, and what a showdown we have. A doubleheader coming up. 4 teams, 4 different groups of ladies hoping to get to the NWAC championship game tomorrow, and it will all kick off here very shortly with the first game of the night, the Umpqua Riverhawks coming into the night with a record of 30 wins and 1 loss versus the Bellevue Bulldogs, 22-8. Umpqua is the number 1 ranked team in all the NWAC. They're the favorite. Can Bellevue knock them off? We've seen plenty of action here in college basketball over the last week or two. A lot of upsets, so you never want to write a team in until the game is played. We'll see if the Riverhawks can punch their ticket or can the Bulldogs stop them. Find out. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we will get you updated on the starting lineups and get ready for semi-final basketball right here from the Walt Price Student Fitness Center at Everett Community College. You are watching the NWAC tournament.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Good evening once again from the Walt Price Student Fitness Center from Everett Community College. It is NWAC women's semifinal basketball action. The Umpqua Riverhawks with a record of 33-1. Head coach Dave Strickland in his 22nd year. This is a team that's won 2 championships in the past, back in 2000 and 1997. And they are poised to make another run once again this year. They're the number 1 ranked team, and they will be taking on the Bellevue Bulldogs, coached by Mel Stubblefield in his 4th year, with a record of 22-8, ranked number 7 in the last NWAC polls at the end of the season. They're kind of one of the Cinderella stories here right now, is pulling out 2 victories last weekend to get here, defeating Mount Hood 61-57 before also defeating Lower Columbia 70-62. And then you've got Umpqua, the team that seems to be rolling through people. They defeated Peninsula 83-62 in the round of 16. And then last week, it was the Daisy Powell show. Daisy, or Dejanay Powell, 46 points. That's an NWAC tournament record. 16 rebounds. And this is the most important stat and the most impressive. 21 of 23 from field goal range, shattering the tournament record for most field goals in a game. She and her teammates are going to look to get it going again once more tonight as the Riverhawks are ready to take on the Bellevue Bulldogs. Steve Willits along with Ron Henthorn, and let's get you to the starting lineups as they are about to be announced here from the Walt Price Center in Everett, Washington. For the Umpqua Riverhawks, I mentioned earlier, Dave Strickland in his 22nd year as a coach. Number 10, Jordan Stotler. She's a 6'4" sophomore from Roseburg, Oregon. 4th in the NWAC in rebounds, 6th in assists. Those two stats you don't see going together hand in hand very often. She's also 5th in three-point shooting percentage, averaging 15 points per game. Number 11, the coach's daughter, Taylor Strickland. She averages 16.6 points per game. She's a 5'11" freshman from Roseburg, from Sutherland High School. Number 21 is Bria Timms. She averages 17.3 points per game. She is a 6-foot sophomore from Westview High School out of the Portland area. Number 23, Alyssa Grinfell, a 5'9" sophomore from Liberty High School, also from the Portland area. Number 32, we already talked about her a little bit, Dejanay Daisy Powell, 6'3" sophomore from Oakland, California. She's from McClymonds High School down there. 17.8 points per game, 9.2 rebounds. Those points per game totals are 7th in all of the NWAC. Rebound total is number 14, and here's another stat for you. 68% field goal shooter on the year. Hands down, not even close, the number 1 field goal shooter in all of the league. And that is your Riverhawks lineup. The Bellevue Bulldogs, again, 22-8. They were the number 1 team in the North Conference this year. Coming into this tournament looking for their first ever championship. Took 5th place as recently as 2013, and they were in 8th place in 2014. See what they can do this year. They've got number 2, Sierra Cole, who is a 5'8" sophomore from Bothell. She is one of the starting guards, 13.3 points per game. Casson Hopkins, a 5'9" sophomore from Cannell. She wears the number 5. She averages close to 9 points per game. Number 10 is Molly Dixon. She is a 5'8" sophomore from Bishop Blanchette High School in the Seattle area. And then you have the Okoto sisters, 6-foot sophomores from Bothell High School. Number 22, Melinda, averaging 10.5 points per game to go along with 9.2 rebounds. And then sister Brenda, close to 20 points per game. She averages 19.4, which is 5th in the NWAC, 9.9 rebounds per game. And she's also the number 2 free throw shooter in terms of percentage in all the league. So Bellevue versus Umpqua, we're just about ready to go here. Ron Henthorn joining me right now. Ron, anytime you get into a Final Four situation in the semifinals, you can pretty much throw the records out the window. Both of these teams coming into this game 0-0, and both of them wanting to play in the championship tomorrow.
Oh, definitely wanting to play in the championship. And Bellevue doesn't want to go home because they already are home.
They didn't have to travel too far, did they?
They're just down the road, but they're a really tough underdog, and they've come on strong lately here. And the big question with them is they got a short lineup out there, and if they get in foul trouble in this game, are they going to be able to stay on in the later part of the game?
That will be the key. These two teams played earlier this year. It was an 87-79 game. In that game, Umpqua had the rebounding advantage over Bellevue, 40-19. It's over 2-1 advantage here, so certainly we're going to keep an eye on that as the game progresses, as that will be one statistic that Bellevue will definitely need to improve on. Teams are just about ready for tip-off here. Bellevue in the home white uniforms, Umpqua wearing the black uniforms, and we are now underway. 4 quarters of basketball, 10 minutes each. And Umpqua looking to set it up early. Stotler swings it over into the corner. Down low, guess who? Daisy Powell. She likes those shots inside. 21 for 23 last week. Should say in her last game last week, and she's 1 for 1 tonight. Umpqua with the early lead. Bellevue opening possession. 3-pointer left side. Leaving it just a bit short. That was Hopkins on the shot. Here comes Umpqua once again, kicking it up the floor. Left side, thought about the 3, kicking it down low. Daisy Powell, why not? Beautiful pass. It was number 11, Strickland, finding her. Easy bucket, 4-0 lead Umpqua.
Bellevue's going to have to really step up against Daisy because she's wide open down there twice, not even getting boxed out at all.
4 quick points there. Bellevue still looking for their first 16-footer. Missing it badly. That was number 25, Okoto, Brenda. We need to make sure we point out which one is which as they go in there.
And guess who that is?
Daisy Powell, 3 for 3, and we're just 68 seconds into the game. And her teammates give them a lot of credit, doing a nice job of finding her as Timms gets an assist.
We got to look for one there.
Oh, and that's one way to do it. Brenda Okoto gets on the board for the first time, 6-2 score. Umpqua slowing it down just a bit. Number 32, Powell once again. This time they try to float into her. Loses it initially, comes right back to her, and she gets it. Initially, it looked as though Umpqua might have overshot the pass a little bit. It tipped off of the hands, I believe, of Dixon down low, and right back to Daisy Powell. Look what I found. She has 8 points already here, and we're not even 2 minutes into the game.
And they're all from about 2 feet under the basket.
that certainly helps the percentage, doesn't it? Brenda Okoto getting down low, draws contact, and she'll head to the line for 2. Our first foul of the game. So we're now down into a minute 58 of playing time.
It's going to go against number 10 there, Jordan Stadler.
Stadler getting her first foul.
This is the first slowdown we've had in this game since it started here.
Yeah, I'm sure the scoreboard operator, whoever has to control Daisy Powell's points, they're okay with that as they can catch their breath for a moment. Okoto's first free throw up and in, so is the second one. I mentioned it earlier, a very good free throw shooter, 85.2% on the year.
She's 100% right now.
It's an even better number right there. So 8-4, 2 different players scoring points thus far.
Guess
Daisy
who's-
Powell down low, gets that one to crawl over the rim. She has 10.
I don't know if my scorecard's going to have enough room to keep up with her.
It's funny that you said that, Ron. I had the exact same thought as I was writing down the number 2 there just now. See if there's enough light bulbs in that scoreboard to keep up with her as well. Shot in the corner, the first 3, or we're looking for the first made 3. Hopkins misses it. Here comes Umpqua once again. Trying to swing the ball out onto the left wing. Gets popped up into the air. Nice hustle play as Hopkins was able to save it, but to the wrong team as the Riverhawks keeping the possession. Powell working that box down low. Brenda Okoto trying to defend her to no avail thus far. We're down to 18 seconds on the shot clock. Up top, Stotler 3. Ball bounces away. Number 2, Sierra Cold retrieves it. Bellevue looking to cut into that 6-point deficit here just a little more than 3 minutes into the game. Melinda Okoto finds Sister Brenda down low. Brenda can't make the shot, but she'll head to the line for 2.
That foul's going to go against Daisy, I think. Yep.
Daisy showing that she's human there, picking up the first foul.
Don't know if we're going to see too many three-point baskets made in this game. Both these teams are kind of low on the percentage-wise. They're both in the 30-32% range for a team-wise. So there's a good chance we're going to see it. Not going to see a lot of those out there tonight.
As the first shot is up, misses. Umpqua is number 11 overall in the league out of 34 teams in made three-pointers. Bellevue 18, so neither one of them necessarily crazy about the three-point shot as Okoto makes the second of 2 rather, misses the first. There we go. She's now 3 of 4 at the free throw line, 5 points overall. Driving into the lane, shot is missed. Powell gets the rebound, pops it back out to her teammate. That was Tim's going up for the shot, misses it, but draws contact, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Probably Casson Hopkins. First foul on the Bulldogs here tonight.
Tim steps through, misses the first shot as it rolls right off. She is 3rd in the NWAC in field goal percentage, so you know she can shoot a little bit.
Makes that one.
For 1 for 2 now on the evening. 11-5 Umpqua lead early going. 6:35 to go in the first quarter. You can mark that as the first point in which Umpqua has scored that didn't go from the hands of Daisy Powell. Nice basket there, and guess who? Brenda Okoto. She has all 7 of the Bellevue points thus far. 11-7 score.
It's the Okoto Powell game.
So far, and there's Powell one more time. Nice pass from Strickland. Powell, easy layup. She now has 12 points here. 6:06 to go, first quarter. Semi-final basketball right here. The winner will take on the winner of the next game tonight, Big Bend versus Walla Walla. That game tomorrow will start at 5 p.m. 3 ball up in the air. Missing it. That was number 2, Cole. Nice fake initially to get an open shot. One Okoto misses, so does the other. Brenda gets the rebound this time, decides to set it out on the perimeter, trying to get back in there one more time. Melinda with the basketball finds Sister Brenda left side. Shot well wide of the rim there as it went left to right. And on the other end there, nice defense as Molly Dixon gets her hands on the basketball and knocks it out of bounds. Doesn't get the ball for the Bulldogs, but nonetheless will slow it down for the Riverhawks as they will look to inbound with 25 to go on the shot clock.
So far, the games look like it's all Riverhawks, but the score doesn't really say that. It's only 7-point difference. So,
yeah, it's the Brenda Okoto Powell show down low and on both ends, really, as Akoto doing a nice job offensively anyway. 3 ball up. This one misses badly. Powell hustling for it, knocks it into the air right to Brenda Akoto. Kicks it ahead. That's Molly Dixon coming down the floor. Looks for the bounce pass. Left side, Hopkins loses control. They're going to say it was last touched by the Riverhawks, and the Bulldogs will keep the possession.
Our first substitutions here for the game.
And that's number 11, Jory Lambert, locally here from Mount Lake Terrace, Washington, just about 15 miles south.
And Marilee Jones for the Riverhawks in.
Yep, Jones wearing the number 44, also checking into the game. Left side, Hopkins thinking about a 3, throws it all the way to the right. Dixon over to number 2. Cole misses the shot. Powell gets the rebound. One hands it up the floor.
That's what 6'2" will do for you in a girls' game.
Taylor Strickland trying to go all the way down into the lane there. Gets it swatted away. Over on the other end, 2-on-1. They've got numbers, and they get the bucket. Nice job by Hopkins. Little fake move on Powell. Floats it up over her. 13-9 score. Bellevue looking to hang with Umpqua here early and doing a nice job thus far. Looking for Powell down low. Post up. Akoto gets off balance, and she lays it up and in. 14 points so far tonight. Umpqua with the early 6-point lead. 4:06 to go in the first quarter. Bellevue 3 ball up in the air. Hits it! Molly Dixon getting on the board with a 3. The first tray for either team here in the first quarter. Cutting that lead in half. Umpqua now up 15-12.
Interesting lineup there because we get Daisy way out on top.
3 balls up in the air. That was number 11, Taylor Strickland, missing the shot. Here comes Bellevue with a chance to potentially tie. They can get an open look 3 here. Swinging it over. Cole, here it is. Just rims off. Rebound by 2 Bellevue players, and Brenda Akoto gets an easy bucket there, as it appeared as though Umpqua had the position on the board. Timms just going in there a little too hard. Bounced over her right into the hands of Akoto. Easy bucket for her, and all of a sudden, we're down to a 1-point game here, as Bellevue was on a 5-0 run until now, as Bria Timms gets her first field goal of the night. 3 points on the evening. 3-point lead. Lambert looking to tie. Hits it! Jory Lambert with the 3 ball. 17-17 score.
Bellevue doesn't want to go home.
Both teams wanting to play tomorrow. Looked like it was going to be all Umpqua early. Bellevue all of a sudden hitting a couple threes, fighting right back. Timms gets down low. Drives baseline right side. Gets the bucket. 5 points on the night for her. 19-17. Timms and Powell, all 19 points thus far for Umpqua. Bellevue looking to set the offense. Looking for a potential pick and roll. Didn't happen. Brenda Akoto into the lane. Underhand scoop. Lays it up and in. 11 points for Akoto. 19-19. Once again, we are tied. 2:12 to go here, first quarter. Looking for Powell. Akoto got her hand on it initially, batted it away. She retrieves it, finds an open player right there in Tyler Strickland, and she hits the 6-footer. And once again, Umpqua back out in the lead as we're now down at the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter.
Pretty fast game here. Not any timeouts to speak of so far in this first period.
A lot of scoring thus far here as well, as Bellevue hoping to once again tie or potentially take the lead. They've hit a couple threes already. Dixon spins into the lane, finds Brenda open, misses the shot. Timms grabs the rebound, looks to push. She's got momentum into the lane, left set.
Oh, they're going to call it. I didn't think they were going to call it at first.
Left her feet, went up, misses the shot, but draws contact, and she'll head to the line for 2. And we've got we finally have our timeout right there.
There we are.
We'll take a quick break and catch our own breath. An exciting game at that. It's the NWAC Semifinals. You're watching the NWAC Network.
Clark College.
Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for winter quarter. Whether you would want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goals. Visit clark.edu to learn more. 21-19 is our score. Umpqua over Bellevue. First quarter, Ron Henthorne, as you mentioned it earlier, a lot of action going on. Looking at some of the early stats here, Daisy Powell 7 for 7 from the field, and again, your field goal percentage is always going to be a little bit higher when you get inside the 4-foot mark, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think she shot anything more than off the board underneath layups there tonight. So.
Yeah, so far Umpqua 10 for 15 from the field, 0 for 3 from three-point land. Bellevue, on the other hand, 7 for 16, only 43% from the field, 2 for 7 from the three. Total rebounds so far, we talked about that earlier, 7-7. That's the stat that Umpqua had a resounding advantage last time, 40-19 the last time these two teams played as the first free throws in.
Bellevue, season-wise, been shooting 41.9% from the floor, so they're right on schedule.
2 free throws, good. In the last meeting, Bellevue had a 48.3% shooting night there, so even when they shot well, still wasn't enough for a victory. We're going to see if they can change that tonight. 3 up in the air, misses. That's Dixon, grabbed it by Timms. She brings the ball back up. Umpqua by 4, looking for more right now. Number 3, Callie Freeze into the game. And there's a spin move, number 10. Jordan Stotler getting her first points of the night. Mentioned Jordan averages 15 points per game, so we certainly expect to see more from her before it's all said and done. 25-19, Umpqua now on a 6-0 run. Under a minute to go here in the first period.
We're going to see Jordan in there in the middle because Daisy's taking a break right now.
Well, Jordan averages close to 11 rebounds a game too, so we'll certainly see a lot of her in the middle. Nice job. Floater, 14-footer. Got the open look. That was Cole. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say that number 10, Stotler, got her hands on it. Last touched it, and that will go back over to Bellevue. 39.5 left in the quarter. 30-second shot clock reset. And that was a very short break for Brenda Okoto as she checks back into the game, giving Lambert another breather.
Jordan Stotler is 6'4". That's a pretty tall young lady to be standing under the basket down there.
Yeah, she's a 6'4" sophomore from Roseburg, right in town. Home of Umpqua. Dixon swings it out into the left corner. Hopkins down low. Brenda Okoto looking for sister Melinda. Melinda gets her hands on the ball. Back to Brenda. Long two-pointer. Right side. Misses it. Ball's tipped around. Finally comes down into the hands of Freeze. Looking to push. 21 seconds to go in the first. Shot clock turned off for the rest of the quarter. And very wisely setting the ball up on top. You can tell that's a coach's daughter right there, Strickland. She finds the cutter. That was Stotler. Stotler misses. We're now down to 8 seconds to go in the period. Bellevue looking to push. Dixon, underhand shot, misses. 3 seconds left. Not even sure that Stotler sees it. She does, but Okoto, dangerous block, but she does get her hands on it. Ends the quarter that way with Umpqua up 25-19. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get you ready for the second quarter of action. You are watching the NWAC Semifinals right here on STSPN.
Appleton, Education Outreach Officer at STCU. I have been labeled as frugal. I'm more motivated by saving money than I am about spending money. I essentially have had the same vehicle for nearly half of my life. It's absolutely practice what you preach. One of my passions is mountain biking, and one of the ways that I can afford to have a quality mountain bike is by cutting expenses in other areas of my life. STCU has given me an opportunity to share things that I've learned with the community. I'm Keith Appleton, and STCU is...
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership.
I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Folks, be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit NWACsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. I should point out, I don't think I need to tell you guys to watch NWACsports.org. You're already there if you're watching this broadcast right now. However, you can maybe get the other handheld device in check. Get yourself ready to go. You can follow the live scores on NWAC Sports also. NWACstats.org, and that's how we're following the game up here high above the action at the Walt Price Sports Fitness Center.
And you can watch it again later or one of the previous games if you like.
Absolutely. But wait until after this game before you watch one of the earlier games, right? We don't want to lose you yet.
No, this game's still in a good spot here. This is
great spot, a lot of action. One Okoto to another, or so they hoped, as Brenda's pass to Melinda just sails off the tip of her fingers right there out of bounds.
Too hot to handle. Umpqua
with the ball one more time. 25 points in the first quarter. Umpqua, one of the leading scoring teams in the league, missing that shot and flying into the lane. That was number 11, Strickland. Ball's going to go the other way to Bellevue.
This being a semifinal game, they're going to allow quite a bit of contact on those drive-throughs there, so they got to hit them pretty hard to get a foul called in there.
Yeah, not a lot of fouls thus far. So the board sets over at 0 now.
Yep.
As soon as we say that, the old announcer jinxes Okoto is going to head to the free throw line.
Yep. They get Marilee Jones with her first foul, I think.
Marilee Jones, who is a 6'2" sophomore from Milwaukee High School in the Portland area. Okoto's first free throw up and in. She's now 4 of 5 on the evening. Count the second one as well. And here comes T.T. Tate getting her first action of the night for Bellevue. As they bring the ball up the court, T.T. from Renton, Washington, not too far away from Bellevue, 5'9" guard. And we're going to get an offensive foul called.
You call her TT? Is that her nickname?
There you go. She goes by TT.
She's got an interesting name. Tia Jane.
Tia Jane Tate.
I like that
AKA TT. I'm sure when she gets in trouble at home, from time to time, she's Tia Jane. Ball is blocked out of bounds. Doing a nice job of getting a hand on that one is Marilee Jones.
Yeah, she's probably heard that a couple times. She didn't want to.
Bellevue to keep the possession. 17 left on the shot clock. Dixon swings it over. There's TT right there. Or Tia Jane, take your pick. Left side, we're down to 9 on the shot clock. One of the few times we've had to keep even an eye on the shot clock so far in the first 12 minutes of the game. Ball was initially blocked. Getting her hands on it is Okoto. And Brenda with yet another bucket, giving her 15 points here so far tonight. And once again, Bellevue doing a nice job of not letting Umpqua's lead get too large. Lo and behold, look who answers, though. Stotler on the other end. Her second field goal of the night. 4 points for Jordan. 27-23 Umpqua. 8:20 to go here in the first half. Tate drove into the lane, got elevated, didn't have anywhere to go with the ball, kicked it out, unfortunately for her, right to Strickland. Strickland tries to go coast to coast. Brenda Okoto blocking it, but they're going to say she, in fact, made contact with her, and that will send Strickland to the free throw line. Strickland on the year, a 73.9% free throw shooter, makes the first one.
Wasn't clean, but it went in.
You always like to see that nice swish, but I guess even when you don't, if it falls through the cylinder, you get just the same amount of points, right?
You do. But not this time.
Yeah. They're not clean like that. Yeah, occasionally the law of averages will catch up with you, and that's exactly what happened for Strickland. Got one to fall, the other one did not. 5-point lead, Umpqua. Bellevue driving baseline. That was Hopkins missed the shot. Dixon gets a chance on the right side this time. She also comes away empty-handed. Umpqua looking to push on the other end.
Daisy Powell back in there for Umpqua. Last free throw time.
Stotler puts up a floater from outside on the right side of the lane and draws contact. She'll hit to the line for 2.
Interesting to watch is with both Daisy and Stotler in there now. It's a couple of tall young ladies out there.
And just as important for Umpqua, not only do you get to go to the line for 2 free throws, you just put a second foul on Brenda Okoto. Be curious to see what Coach Stubblefield decides to do with her moving forward here in the half. Second free throw up and in.
Umpqua seems to have the upper hand here, but they haven't run away with it. They just can't seem to get away from Bellevue yet. Bellevue's hanging in there.
And a 7-point lead right now. Okoto, left side.
Just like that.
That was Melinda Okoto, her first points of the night. 25-30. Umpqua going back down to Powell, what worked so well in the first half. This time she kicks out. Stotler, open look, 3. Hits it! We mentioned earlier she can shoot.
Again.
It's 40% on the year from the 3-point line. Give her an open look and she will drill it, and that's exactly what she did. And that's what happens when you get a player like Powell who everybody starts to worry about. Kicking down to the double team on her, she gets Stotler open. This time, Okoto to Okoto.
Nice assist.
And Melinda finding sister Brenda underneath there. Easy point for them, 33-27. I have a feeling that combination's been working for more than just a couple of years at this point.
Yeah, probably made that play 100 times, right?
Or over the last who knows how many years for the two of them, the sisters. Thousands of times as the two Bothell High School alums from not too far down the street here. We're going to get another check in here as Sierra Cole comes back into the game, giving TT Tate a breather. Tate picks up her first foul in the process.
It's hardly a foul based on the way some other things are going here. Just had her hand on her, you know? Oh, look at that.
Nice look. Freeze finds Powell down low, lays it up, gets the points. Her first 2 of the quarter.
Puts her up to 16 points for the game. We've got almost half their score.
Board up there, she gave it to Timms, but it was Powell on the play. Is Bellevue now 8-point deficit rather. Cole steps into the lane, gets the shot blocked by Powell, batted around. Timms comes away with it. No, she doesn't. Ball is still on the ground, and finally Sierra Cole picks it up, takes a couple dribbles, lays it up, and gets her first points of the night. 35-29 now.
Look at that.
Stotler, another 3, this time just a little bit short. Bounces off the front of the iron up into the air, into the hands of the Bulldogs. Hopkins looks to push. Dixon loses it in the lane, gets knocked away, and Bellevue will keep the possession. Let's go, Bellevue! 20 left on the shot clock. Open look, Cole thought about it. Wise move, she decides to go underneath Powell, getting a little bit closer to the hoop and an open look. However, she cannot convert. Powell down low into the lane. Again, a lot of contact as Melinda Okoto came over there to give her a hand. Okoto wanted a travel called, and she motioned as much to the referees, but to no avail as stepping back to the line one more time.
Melinda got her first.
Here's Powell. Should give a little shout out to the referees. Maggie Sperlin, Nick Mitch, and Taylor Mink are the officials tonight. First free throw up by Powell, missed. Surprisingly enough, Powell not exactly the type of player who goes to the free throw line as much as you might think. Only 9 free throw attempts last week, and all 23 of those field goals she had. Gets the second of the 2 free throws to fall.
She usually makes a basket underneath without going to the free throw line.
Well, you'd think they might try to hammer her a little more often. Only a 59% free throw shooter on the year. 3 ball up. And off the front iron, that was Cole once again. Bounces out to Umpqua. They've got numbers. Strickland pushes ahead. Timms into the lane, just a little bit too hard off the cylinder. Ball bounces around. Strickland comes over trying to play a little defense, and in the process,
they're going to
call it actually on number 2. Cole coming over to play defense on Strickland. And that will be the 5th foul of the quarter, which will in fact put Umpqua into the bonus, and Taylor Strickland will step to the line for 2 free throws. Or 1 and 1 rather. Oh, 1 and 1. They're going to call it 2. There we go. First free throw off the mark. She's now 1 for 3 tonight from the charity stripe. Mentioned earlier, a 74.5% free throw shooter on the year. Hits the second one. Umpqua lead back up to 8 one more time. Dixon, right side, kicks it back over to the left. Nice job of playing defense there. The Riverhawks, as they're all over the place tonight.
A little behind the back dribble there by Melinda Okoto, trying to get her into the basket, but then she lost the handle.
Umpqua leads the NWAC in scoring by a fairly large margin, 87.4 points per game. The thing you don't think about with them, and so you get a block shot, speaking right to what I was about to point out, is Dixon puts up a 3 in the corner. She hits it. Second 3 of the game for her, cutting that lead down to 37-33. Strickland back on the other side. I was just going to say, Umpqua only gives up 59.7 points per game, so for a team that likes to score so much, they're not giving it up on the other end. Powell misses her first field goal of the night, but does get the rebound.
I think she got fouled on a shot, so she's going to go to the line.
Mel Stubblefield not happy at all, the coach over there. And we're going to get a timeout. We'll take another break. Close game here. Umpqua 37, Bellevue 32. You are watching STSPN.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
Yo, ready to play?
Everett Community College trivia time. Why do 19,000 students choose Everett Community College every year? The answer at EVCC. Faculty members know your name and care about your future. Register now for spring classes at everettcc.edu. You know why else they choose to go to school here? It is a beautiful campus, and what a beautiful building to play a basketball game in. They get to use this gym each and every home game this year.
They do, and there's a big track that we're sitting on up here. They get to run around as Daisy makes her first of that front end there.
I got a chance to talk to Mike Trotman and Chet Hovde the other day on the radio, both of which are the two head coaches for the men's and women's teams here for the Trojans, and they pointed out that they don't have PE classes in this gym, so the basketball players can pretty much have open looks at the gym whenever they really need to, for that matter. Don't have to worry about doing it in between classes that take place here, and the players seem to love it, and so does everybody else, and it's worked so far. Nice basket there. Melinda Akoto making her third field goal of the second quarter. She now has 6 points for the game. Wasting no time on the other end, Daisy Powell scoring once again. She now has 18 points here. 40-34. We're down to 3:58 to go in the second quarter. 3 ball up, 3 ball missed.
That looked pretty good from here.
Sierra Cole looked like she had a good look there momentarily. Looking down low for Powell again. Powell, as she's heading out of bounds, flips it over her head. Nicely done. She knew that she had some tall trees out on the perimeter, and she thought one of them would get it, and sure enough, Stotler comes away with it. Shot clock does not get reset in the process, however. We're down to 10 seconds remaining. Freeze, left side, kicks it over to Stotler. Open look 3, bounces around. Akoto comes away with the rebound.
Akoto did a good job boxing out Daisy down there to get that rebound.
Daisy showing that she's a heady player, too. She knew that Akoto had her blocked out, not wanting to force the issue and get a foul. She stepped away and let Akoto have it, and that's what good post players do. You don't always see that. Sometimes they're a little too eager to want to get after those rebounds. 3 ball up in the air. Swish! Carson Hopkins with her first 3 of the night. All of a sudden, Bellevue right back down by 3 again. Stotler wasting no time on the other end. 8-footer gets it to fall.
Don't look down. They're going to score when you're not looking.
Boy, Stotler now has 9 points here in the second quarter, 11 for the night. 42-37 score. Bellevue driving into the lane. Kicking it out. Cole open 3. Rims off, misses it. Looking at the stats here, we'll have to get you an update on the 3-point shooting percentage. Bellevue right now 4 of 12 from 3-point land. In comparison, Umpqua 1 of 7. Timms.
3 points keeping Bellevue in this game. That's a travel.
Absolutely, and in fact, that is exactly what they called. Ron Henthorne all over the call, as is the referee. Bellevue with the basketball one more time. 2:22 to go here in the half. Bellevue down by 5 and looking to cut into that deficit even more right now. I want to remind everyone, coming up after this game, we'll take a short break and get you to the other semifinal matchup. 3-ball up in the air. Hits it! Kason Hopkins, second tray here in about 60 seconds. Makes it a 2-point game all of a sudden. Their 5th 3-pointer of the night for the Bulldogs. Just about to point out Walla Walla versus Big Bend coming up here later on, and we're going to hopefully talk to a couple players on each of the teams during our halftime report, so do not go anywhere when we get to that point. Guess what, folks? Bellevue with a chance now to tie or take the lead. 1:55 here left, second quarter, 42-40. Umpqua keeps expanding that lead. Bellevue keeps fighting right back, and as you mentioned a moment ago, Ron, the power of the three-pointer. This time they're not even looking for three. Maybe they should have. Powell waiting for Brenda Okoto to go up. Swats that shot away. Here comes Freeze on the other side. Kicks it over to Powell, loses it momentarily, gets it back. Strickland coming over. Right side, looking to drive in, gets the ball taken away. And we've got a jump ball, held ball, possession arrow pointing towards Umpqua, so they will keep the possession with 15 to go on the shot clock.
It's our first held ball this half.
I think you're right.
The whole game, actually, so far. And we got a timeout here.
Well, Mel Stubblefield wants to take a break here for his Bulldogs, and we'll take one as well. 2-point game, NWAC semifinals. This is what you want. We'll be right back. You're watching STSPN.
My name is John Archuleta, and I'm a loan service bankruptcy officer with STCU. I help members that are struggling with their financial obligations. A lot of times people feel as if they're not good enough. Their finances are telling them that they should have known better. Our goal really is the financial health and well-being of the member. We are our members are us. We don't have investors here. We're not protecting the investor's bottom line. No matter what's going on, we're dealing with people's lives. I'm John Archuleta, and STCU is here for good.
In doing so, I think they must have shorted a circuit here as the scoreboard went out a moment ago, Ron, and we thought we were going to potentially see a delay. However, they were able to fire it right back up. Whatever, maybe something just needed to be plugged in, or
somebody found the on switch.
And maybe one of the electrical bills wasn't paid. Either way, we're back in action here. Really not much of a shortage of time, if you will, as far as a delay. Powell spin move, guess what? Misses her first official field goal of the evening. She missed one earlier but was fouled on the play, so she's now 8 of 9. And wasting no time on the other end is Dixon. She puts up a 12-footer, misses it. 1:06 to go first half. Umpqua 2-point lead.
I think Powell was too far away from the basket on that last shot. Let's see what she does this time. Oh, she's going right in like
she heard you. She gets in. That's the good news. Bad news, shuffled her feet in the process. No basket. She traveled.
Had the right idea. The slippy slide of the shoes there.
Right idea, wrong outcome. Does not get the points. Bellevue with a chance to tie or take the lead. Okoto, Brenda that is, momentarily thought about it, decides to reset the offense. 12-footer, no, she's going to try to find Melinda down low. Ball gets knocked away. 12 to go on the shot clock. Dixon into the lane. Nice fake move. Thought about the shot, saw Melinda Okoto wide open and gets it to her. We've got a tie game, folks.
Nice.
2-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. They don't even need it. Powell goes up, misses the shot, gets her own rebound, goes up again, and draws contact.
She gets the ball underneath, she's going to get fouled or make the basket. One of the two things are going to happen down there.
Bellevue with a 22-18 rebound advantage right now. Again, it's worth noting, last time these two teams met, Umpqua won the rebounding battle 40-19. First free throw is missed. Looking for the lead, and they get it. Powell hits the shot, 43-42. 21.9 seconds left, and now the question becomes, if you're Bellevue, do you play for the last shot? Do you look for the open look? Are you content maybe thinking, okay, worst case scenario, let's go in down by 1. Best case scenario, let's get into the lead here.
Well, I think they're going to go for the shot. They're going to get a good shot in there. Look for the best shot you can get.
See what they're going to do here. They are, in fact, delaying it out on the perimeter. 10 seconds to go. Dixon drives in, kicks it out. Hopkins left side. Looking for Okoto. This is for the lead. Fires it a little bit too far. Hits off the front iron. Down to 1 second. Timms is going to shoot from half court. It is short. And what a half of basketball. Plenty of action. We had multiple ties. Both teams running up and down, 85 points total. And what it all amounts to is an Umpqua 43-42 lead here in the NWAC semifinals. We're going to take a quick break right now. When we come back, we will have a couple of interviews with players who are going to be doing battle in the Big Bend versus Walla Walla game. You're watching NWAC basketball on STSPN.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
And welcome back once again from the Walt Price Student Fitness Center here at Everett Community College. Halftime score, Umpqua ahead of Bellevue 43-42. But the game that these two ladies are more concerned about is the game coming up. It's the Walla Walla Warriors versus the Big Bend Vikings. And with us right now from Walla Walla, Mackenzie Gunter, as well as Jade Skidmore. And ladies, good indication here of what Final Four is all about, right? I know that you had a fairly easy matchups earlier this year against Big Bend, but when you get right down to it, Mackenzie, you can never take anybody for granted in a tournament like this.
Yeah, definitely not. The tournament is when people come to shine, and the Big Bend's playing really good right now, and they are upsetting some teams, and we can't overlook anybody, especially not them.
Jade, what about you? I know you had a triple-double against them earlier this year. Tell me a little bit about your expectations from yourself and your teammates tonight.
Yeah, I mean, like Kenzie said, Big Bend's a good team, and we've played pretty well against them in the past, but we can't overlook them. And, I mean, we have some good players on our team, so when we just share the ball, I think that's when we're best.
Kenzie, what do you think you guys need to do in order to get this victory tonight? What is the one thing, maybe a key to the game that the Warriors need to execute in order to come away victorious?
I think defense, definitely, and just make sure we settle down on offense and limit our turnovers. We've done a good job so far this season of trying to control the ball and not turn the ball over very much, so I think we just need to lock down on defense and take care of the ball.
You'll get the victory. Jade, you guys are oh so close right now to winning a championship, and really all year long you've been one of the top 2 teams in the league. 1 loss all season. What would it mean for the Warriors and for Walla Walla to get this championship this weekend?
That'd be the best feeling ever. I mean, last year we didn't end up how we really wanted to, so this year just coming back here and playing our hardest is what really has come down to. So
you got one more half to watch here before you get ready. What are some of your pregame rituals? Are you going to go back and kind of lay back? Do you listen to music?
Yeah, Jade Skidmore's our DJ over here in the locker room.
Really? So, Jade, what are we playing in the locker room? Do we got the boombox going or what?
Oh, yeah, just some jams.
So give me 1 or 2 songs that we might be hearing in the locker room to get ready for this game tonight.
Finesse by Bruno Mars. There you go.
Is that your jam too, or does that help you get ready?
Yeah, it does.
So we'll see if Bruno can get the ladies going. Until then, they're going to watch the end of this game. And again, big game tonight. Best of luck to you both. And perhaps if things work out, we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
Motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
And welcome back once again from the Walt Price Student Fitness Center here on the campus of Everett Community College. Umpqua leads Bellevue 43-42. And with us right now from the Big Bend Vikings, the game coming up tonight, it's Leah Doherty and Emily Allen. And Leah, I'm going to start with you. 20 points against Everett to get here. This is the Cinderella story of the tournament, right? What's it like to finally get to the semifinals? What's this journey been like for you and the team?
It's been seriously amazing. I have felt so blessed that we've been able to get this far, and I knew we could do it if we just followed our game plan and pulled through. So we're super happy to be here and ready to play tonight.
Emily, you've been playing the underdog role really all tournament. Do you kind of like that? Do you like being the spoiler, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of fun, but it means we just got to go out there and we got to work hard and we still got to do our best no matter who we're playing against.
You've played Walla Walla twice this year. Didn't go very well. What do we need to do differently tonight? What's one of the keys to the game, Leah, in order to come away victorious?
Defense, definitely. We've been working so hard on defense this past week, and we have a really good game plan, so I think if we execute on defense, we'll be just fine.
And I know offensively you would like to get a little more production than maybe you had last time, too. Emily, what's one of the keys to the offensive side of the game?
I think if we just play our game, get the ball around, move the ball, and we'll find the open shooters, and we'll get some buckets going.
Very nice. Spanish Fork, Utah. That's where you hail from. How did you end up at Big Bend?
My mom grew up in Oregon, and so I just thought maybe there's some schools up here, and I contacted some, and Big Bend is where I chose to stay.
And Leah, you're from Idaho, so how did you end up at Big Bend?
They contacted me and recruited me. I'd never heard of Big Bend before in my life, and I came on a visit up here and really loved it, so I decided to come.
So far, so good. They're playing in the semifinals, and we asked the last girls just a few moments ago, music preferences. I guess Jade Skidmore is the DJ in their locker room. Do we have a locker room DJ on this team?
Me.
Is she? Okay. Emily, you're comfortable with that? Does she do a nice job?
Yeah, she does. She's the best dancer, too.
Best dancer. Andy, are we going to see some dance moves before you go, or we're not going to? If we get a victory tonight, can we expect to see some dancing on the floor?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, now give me a sample of what's going to be playing in the locker room here in the next few minutes.
Probably like some Laffy Taffy. Yeah, that's our favorite song.
Emily, while we've got her here, do you want to put in a request?
Oh man, Leah does it. We've been winning with her song, so she gets to keep going.
See how well she does in picking out music and whether or not it equals a victory. Emily, Leah, thank you very much and best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half of action. You're watching NWAC Semifinals right here on STSPN.
Historic, unique, exciting. As challenges continue to test the mettle of Americans, your community has to depend on willing citizens just like you to answer the call and respond to local disasters and other times of crisis. You may be surprised to find out who we are and what we do. In fact, it could actually be your story too. The Air National Guard.
From the arrival of the first colonies in the New World until today, communities across America have depended on their own local patriotic citizens to be available for extraordinary challenges as a part-time militia guard. For over 300 years, they have been in every war and rushed to the scene of every natural disaster. At the turn of the 20th century, when airplanes were used for various military needs, the State National Guard units flew for domestic use as well as preparing for wartime needs.
December 7th,
1941, a date which will live in infamy.
It soon became clear that the professional use of aircraft was very important to the United States. After World War II, Congress created the United States Air Force and transformed the aviation units at local guard units into the Air National Guard. Now, in more than 130 communities across the United States, the Air National Guard covers a wide variety of jobs, nearly 200 part-time and full-time career opportunities. Each location can host any number of unique missions, and each one of these missions includes many exciting jobs waiting for you to master.
As our name suggests, air means you could be involved with aviation efforts, including space and cyberspace, volunteering for both state and federal needs. An excellent example is the Combat Air Patrol mission. The units assigned to this vital mission have fighters that are on alert, ready to scramble at a moment's notice, protecting local communities from aircraft entering unauthorized airspace. But not just pilots are involved. Munition specialists, aircraft mechanics, and airfield operations specialists are needed to keep these missions flying.
Nowadays, everything is very high quality electronics and very digitized. So what I do is I maintain and make sure these F-16s have the correct components, have the highest upgraded digital systems installed.
In recent years, through remote technologies, serving overseas may actually take place at your local Air Guard unit. You could be protecting ground troops overseas or carrying out other missions through remote piloted aircraft and space satellite operations. As a part of the elite battlefield airmen units, you could be selected and trained to operate alongside all other special operations forces. With your rigorous training and exceptional talents, you could be expected to go beyond the front lines, identifying enemy targets, protecting troop movements against ambushes, and rescuing military and civilian personnel trapped behind enemy lines. The Air Guard also has several units where medics are trained and involved in aeromedical evacuation, a specialized flying triage mission, stabilizing and protecting military members and civilians injured during any number of conflicts or natural disasters. And since all of these operations occur in the air, a variety of weather specialists, from traditional weather forecasting all the way to battlefield weather specialists, are needed to ensure operations are conducted safely and successfully.
We are the Air National Guard, and national means that you will be serving our local communities and states by responding to the needs of your state's governor as well as national interests. We have the unique honor of being on the front lines of protecting and responding to the American homeland and its needs. You will be challenged and tested using the skills you learned in the Air National Guard to respond to emergencies from local flooding relief to attacks here in the United States. As a battlefield airman at home, direct rescue operations to fellow Americans in distress is a duty that you are proud to carry out, as they rely on your quick thinking and extensive training to return them to their loved ones safely. Or you could be on the front line, using your extensive medical training to triage your neighbors and help transport them across the country to hospitals in our Homeland Response Force.
Jet City Roller Derby brings the sport of roller derby to Snohomish County. Tickets for Jet City's 11th season are now available with doubleheader bouts at Edmonds Community College. Featuring a family-friendly environment and a beer garden, find a skater handing out flyers to receive a discount off entry to the next bout. Jet City Roller Girls. Ron Henthorn, back in your day, were you much of a roller skater? Did you ever Any roller derby in your past?
Didn't do any roller derby, but I did a lot of roller skating. I was kind of a Midwest kid, grew up on ice skates and roller skates and everything else. But I'd love to see these girls roller derby.
And they are impressive. I've had a chance to watch them in the past, and now you can watch them more often than not right here in Snohomish County.
I think they're right over on Shoreline, on Highway 99 in Shoreline.
They do have a Shoreline location. They're also at Edmonds Community College. So speaking of a fun-filled environment of sports, we've got one right here, Umpqua 43-42.
Well, wait a minute. Have you ever done any roller derby?
Heck no. I'm more of an observer. Look, I can barely stand on roller skates, let alone try to knock somebody over in the process. I'm going to let other people do that. Starting to look at the stats here, and let's get you caught up. And very similar to what we saw last week. I know in Umpqua's win over Columbia Basin, 89 of their 93 points came from the starting lineup. Bellevue, all 70 of their points coming from their starting lineups. And so far tonight, Bellevue 3 points off the bench, and that was a Jordy Lambert three-pointer. Umpqua, no points off their bench. Only 4 individuals with scoring totals at all. Daisy Powell leads the way for Umpqua with 21 points. Jordan Stotler, 9. Bria Timms, 7. Taylor Strickland with 6. And we'll get you caught up here momentarily with Bellevue's points as the second half is now underway. Bellevue trailing by 1, looking for the lead right now. Leading scorer for them, Brenda Okoto, no big shock there, 17 points. Kaysen Hopkins, as the shot is missed, 8 points. Powell grabs the rebound. Molly Dixon and Melinda Okoto each with 6 points. Jordy Lambert, we already mentioned Jory has 3, and then Sierra Cole has 2. And speaking of points, how about 2 more? Times gets the first bucket of the second half. She now has 9 for the game. Umpqua with a 3-point lead.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Melinda just dropped that off her foot and kicked it out of bounds. Otherwise, she had a good 2 going right there.
Turnover right there. Speaking of more stats, turnovers in the first half, not very many, 2 for each team. Block shots 5-3, Umpqua in the lead there. And the stat that kind of jumps out at you, though, shot is missed. Rebounds 21-22, Bellevue's favor. Again, keep in mind, Bellevue.
And that's surprising because the height advantage goes to Umpqua.
Not only the height advantage, but the last time these two teams played was 40-19. Umpqua with the basketball, swinging it around, left to right.
Let's see if they changed anything up when they came out of the locker room.
3 ball up and missed.
I don't know why they would, though. They've been doing pretty well with the plan they had to start with.
Nick Grenfell missed that shot a moment ago. Down to Powell. Powell misses. Tim's getting in there for the rebound, goes up strong, gets fouled. A little surprised there. Stotler had an open look 3 momentarily. I thought she was going to pull the trigger. She normally does and decides to pass it up. It ends up working out okay, though, as they will send Timms to the line, and picking up her 3rd foul is Sierra Cole. Looking up on the board right now, Bellevue, 3 fouls for Cole, 3 fouls for Melinda Okoto, and 2 fouls for Brenda Okoto, so something to keep an eye on for them. Second free throw up and in after missing the first.
That's going to be the key to this game, I think, for Bellevue. If they can keep out of foul trouble with their short lineup here, keep their starters in the game.
They're not a deep team. They only suit up 9 players and don't use their bench very often. Okoto going up underneath, getting the bucket. Brenda Okoto, got to make sure we point out which sister it is. She now has 19 for the game. She averages 19.4 on the season, so she's right there right now.
There's your called shot.
There it is. This a little bit more contested this time. A nice job hustling over to the basketball. Grenfell kept the dribble going even as she did it. Reached out almost at the shoestrings there. See if it equals points. Timms corner 3. Misses it. Powell with a rebound. Goes up strong. Lays it up and in.
All of their first 2 this second half. More to come, I'm sure.
Yeah, stay tuned. We'll see what else she can do here. 10 for 13 for the field now for her. Remember, she had 21 last week, which was a tournament record, and we're gonna.
That's gonna be on Powell. That'd be her second, I think.
Get free throws, and it looks as though they're gonna call it on Stotler. Actually,
they didn't call it on Powell.
As Stotler picks up her second.
Stotler's looked like Powell from up here.
Okoto hits the first free throw attempt. Quite the game going on here. Hoping for 2 exciting games tonight, as we enjoyed that halftime interview with the ladies from both Walla Walla and Big Bend.
That should be a good game coming up next, too. We're going to have a lot of fun here tonight, Steve.
We will find out. A lot of folks seem to already want to punch the Walla Walla ticket, but then again, they thought the same with Umpqua. Powell going down low. Gets the basket,
That was a strong move by her that time. Took the one step up and in.
25 points here, and we're just a little way into the second half. 7:17 showing on the clock here in the third quarter. Working the ball around. Cole gets the open look three. Left it a little short. Bounces off the front iron. Grenfell does a nice job of getting the rebound, and she's going to fly up the court with it. Finds Stotler open underneath. Basket. Nice job by number 23, Alyssa Grenfell. We haven't had a chance to call her name much yet, but she grabs the rebound, hustled up the court, kept her eyes up the whole time, and saw Stotler opening up, down, low, got it to her, and gets the easy 2 points.
Bellevue needs to answer here. Let's see if they can. They do.
Sierra Cole, a little runner along the baseline. She now has 4 points tonight, 52-47. Swinging the ball around. Number 11, Strickland, with the ball in her hands. Right back to her, steps behind the three-point line, shoots and scores! Taylor Strickland with her first tray of the night. 7 points on the evening. Umpqua's lead once again up to 8, 55-47. See if Bellevue can answer right now. They're going to look to get it down low. Oh, and the block from Powell. Looked as though Brenda Okoto had a nice look underneath there on the right side, and Powell came over and got her hands on that one, knocks it away, and now Umpqua looking for a double-digit lead.
Oh, look at that.
Stotler right over the top of Melinda Okoto, gets the rebound and gets the putback.
That's what 6'3" or 4 will do for you.
Stotler now 15 points on the night, 4 of which have come here in the second half. This is where Bellevue's going to have to keep their composure, and this time another block. This time it's Jordan Stotler. Powell one time down the court, Stotler the other. Stotler.
I think she was trying to pass that, it looked like to me.
Stotler having a nice 30 seconds of action here with an offensive board and a basket. Now you can put a blocked shot along with that. Grenfell looking for Stotler one more time. Kicks it out on top. Tim's three. Rolls around, misses. Powell goes up, gets the rebound. Immediately takes it right back up and draws contact. She'll head to the line.
She was behind Brenda Okoto and got the basket, shot the basket, and got fouled from behind or in front of her shooting the basket. Brenda's arguing with the ref. What did I do? I didn't do anything. Look at her. She's like, come on, what did I do?
And Powell's going to hit the first free throw. 26 points to go along nicely with the 46 she had in her last game of the week last week, the quarterfinal game, the game that set the tournament record. Over 27 on the night so far, to go along with 9 rebounds, by the way. Not a bad night of production, no matter how you want to look at it, and she still has 15 more minutes of game time. Dixon's shot misses. Here comes Umpqua one more time. Riverhawks looking to push. A lot of contact there. They're going to let it go as Dixon gets in there and plays some stifling defense, knocks the ball out of bounds. Umpqua will keep it. And we're going to get a timeout. We'll take a break. Umpqua by 12. You're watching NWAC semifinal basketball on STSPN.
Yo, ready to play?
All right, it's time once again for some Everett Community College trivia. Where can you live just steps from Everett Community College classes and have one payment for rent, utilities, and furniture? The answer, Everett Community College student housing. Check out our students' apartments at everettcc.edu/housing. That's everettcc.edu/housing. I wonder if they got room for any for a middle-aged guy like me if I need a place to live at some point here.
Yeah, I bet they do. They probably make room for you over there.
Hey, why not? I'm sure it's a fun time, too. There's a lot of great students at this school. The amenities, you've already seen what they have here in terms of their gymnasium and other places around campus. Why would you not want to live at Everett CC if you're going to school here?
Man, I don't know why you wouldn't. You could use this little facility here with the gym and the track and all kinds of recreational facilities here.
Looking over to our left there's people riding the stationary bike as we speak. I can think of a lot worse places to want to be. Everett Community College, why not? Back to Everett Community College right now. Powell misses one shot, gets her own rebound, goes right back up again. Pads those rebounding stats. Pads her points up on the board too. Give her 29 for the game now. Umpqua with their largest lead of the night at 14. Daisy Powell continues to shine. 3-ball up. That's one way to answer. Sierra Cole with her first tray of the evening. Gets the Umpqua lead back down to 11.
Bellevue needs to stay in this game. I'll let them get a big lead here.
Yeah, Umpqua is not a team that you want to let get out of sight. And we're going to get an offensive foul.
Going to go against Daisy. That going to be her third foul, I think?
It's her second foul, actually. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was going to be her third because she got away with one a while ago.
She's still at the 2 mark there. Umpqua with the 11-point lead, but Bellevue with a chance to get it back down into single digits right here. 3-ball up in the air one more time. Good! Molly Dixon. 3 trays on the night for her, 1 in each quarter, and they needed one right there. Bellevue all of a sudden on a 6-0 run with 2 consecutive 3-balls.
Oh.
And all of a sudden that 14-point lead goes down to 8, and boy, they almost forced another turnover right there.
Yeah, I actually thought Jordan did kick that out, but must have got tapped a little bit. The ref was down there closer to 9.
Yeah, Stotler driving the lane there, and it looked as though Melinda Akoto might have reached out and got a hand on it, knocking it out of bounds. 14 to go, shot clock. Stotler left side, up and in.
Left her open that time, not good.
Don't want to do that. She has 6 points here in the quarter. 63-53. Ends the Bellevue 6-0 run. Dixon, bounce pass, a little dangerous there. Nice save. Another one there as Cole initially saved it from going out of bounds. Melinda Akoto with a nice heads-up play, recognizing it was going out as well.
They're going to call a foul down there.
I thought for a moment there Dixon might pull the trigger one more time. She already has 3 trays tonight. Dixon is 3 for 4 from the 3-point line so far this evening. Shoots 35% on the year. Bellevue swings it around. Hopkins.
Oh, bad pass.
Bad pass. Stotler picks it off and travels, though.
Jordan's
team's exchanging turnovers right there.
A little ragged right here at the last couple of seconds of play. Bellevue should be able to turn this inbounds play into a quick basket.
Both teams who really kept the errors to a minimum in the first half. Getting a little sloppy third quarter here.
Oh, off the board, young lady.
Akoto misses that shot. Here come the Riverhawks one more time. Grenfell floating it ahead to Powell once again. She throws that ball over her head right to Timms. It's almost as though it's a planned play when they need it. Stotler down low. Powell lays it up. She now has 31 points tonight.
Can't leave her alone like that.
10 points in the third quarter. We still have 2:49 to play. Corner ball, Akoto, air ball. Timms sees Greenfeld getting open. 3-on-2, here they come. Pulls up from 14, no. Finds Powell cutting towards the hoop, missed the shot. Gets a rebound, goes up again. Hits the underneath portion of the backboard, but gets fouled, and Daisy Powell's going to the line.
One of those 4 Bellevue girls fouled her. There were 4 girls on her right there.
Takes 4 to stop her sometimes.
And I think it's going to go against Molly Dixon.
Dixon, in fact, does pick up the foul, her first. Powell's first one rims around and falls down. She's now 6 for 9 on the night from the free throw line.
She's 3 for 3 in the second half here, much better than the first half. She's 3 for 6.
And make that 4 for 4. 7 for 10, 13 for 19 from the field. She has 12 rebounds to go along with those 33 points. 2:26 to go. 67-53. Brenda Akoto down low. Gets her own board, missed the shot. Kicks it out to Cole. Cole's going to fire up a 3. Started to fall down the cylinder. Pops back up. Powell grabs the rebound one more time. Here comes Greenfell. Floats it down low. Gets the rim. Was trying to find Timms underneath. Timms grabs the rebound. Gets it out to Stotler, and she converts.
Stotler with like an 8-foot jump shot there. Haven't seen her do that yet tonight.
Stotler 19 points here this evening. 69-53 score. Umpqua looking to get back to the championship game. Would love an opportunity to get their first championship since 2000. Akoto floater. Contact made by Timms, and she'll head to the line. Umpqua last year made it to the semifinals before getting knocked out by eventual champion Spokane 63-58. Umpqua also taking a third-place finish in 2015, second-place finish in 2014. They've been close on a few occasions. No championships, though, since 2000.
And Brenda Cota makes both of those.
69-55 score. Bellevue might need to shoot their way back into this one once again. Every time that Umpqua gets that lead going up, Bellevue seems to make a little run. Can they do another one here? They're going to need it right now. 1:29 to go in the third quarter. Strickland cutting towards the lane. Grenfell had the nice pass. Strickland just couldn't quite come away with it, and ball will go out of bounds. Turnover back to the Bulldogs. Callie Freeze is going to check in one more time for Umpqua as Grenfell, who's had a nice third quarter, is going to take a seat on the bench and get a little breather.
I haven't seen Callie Freeze too much tonight. She hasn't scored any, but she's a good defender.
Shot is blocked. That was Stotler getting her hands on it as Okoto tried to scoop one up underhanded. Freeze kicks it into the corner for Strickland. Back to Stotler. Brenda Okoto doing a nice job getting her hand on that one. Knocks it off of Stotler's leg. Looked as though it might have even hit her knee. Goes out of bounds, and ball goes back over to Bellevue.
You got good eyes. I actually saw the same thing, but I couldn't tell. You can see that from where you were sitting.
Yeah, I can see that hand go right in there and knock it right off the leg. Jory Lambert is returned for Bellevue one more time. Hopkins goes from left to right, and Stotler says, no, I don't think so, and knocks that ball out of bounds. Bellevue will keep the possession with 1 minute even showing on the game clock, 21 on the shot clock. Quarter that has been dominated by Umpqua. 26 points so far to the 13 of Bellevue, and Stotler with yet another block. Ball is kicked ahead. Freeze right lane, or wing rather, kicks it down to Timms. Another bucket. Nice job by this Riverhawks team of sharing the basketball and keeping their eyes up at all times. They always seem to find the open cutter and get the easiest look at the basket, and it's led to a lot of transition points, and it's ultimately led to 71 points here in the first three quarters.
Yeah, it's a big scoring game, and it looks like Bellevue's getting a little bit tired. Like on that last break there, they were kind of running behind.
Umpqua is shooting 52% from the field. Bellevue 35%. Lambert thought about the three as Bellevue continues to push the ball around the floor. Cole pulls up, three ball up and in. Sierra Cole, 8 of her 10 points tonight coming in the third quarter. 71-58 score. 10 seconds to go here in the period, and that ball just flat out went through the hands of Timms. Strickland saw that she was open, got it to her. Sometimes you just take your eyes off the ball momentarily, and ball doesn't end up in your hands, it ends up somewhere else.
Could get one last shot here.
Dixon into the lane, kicks it out to Cole. 3 seconds left. Dixon better shoot it. One, puts it up, 15-footer. Count it! Molly Dixon with the runner. She now has 11 points tonight, and that is what the scoring differential is right now. Umpqua up 71-60. 10 more minutes to decide who is going to punch their ticket into the NWAC championship. Do not go anywhere. We'll get to that action right after these commercials. You're watching STSPN.
I'm strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership.
I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Spokane Teachers Credit Union. As a financial cooperative funded by teachers, STCU is happy to support the students of the community colleges of Washington. You can join our not-for-profit credit union if you live, work, attend school, or worship anywhere in Washington. STCU congratulates the athletes, coaches, and fans enjoying today's matches. As a financial cooperative funded by teachers, we salute your efforts on the court and in the classroom. Students, workers, and residents of Washington are invited to join our not-for-profit credit union. And we are back again from the Walt Price Student Fitness Center here on the grounds of Everett Community College. Fourth quarter action underway, and Marilee Jones decides she wants to get on the scoreboard before the night is done. She gets the first points of the fourth period. 73-60, Umpqua with the lead. And Jones now trying to get a rebound on the other end, and in fact, does a nice job of getting her team the ball. Doesn't come away with a rebound, Ron, but was in fact able to make it so that it went off of Brenda Okoto.
I thought Brenda had a hold of her arm, but she didn't get called for the foul, so she got lucky there because she's got 3 fouls tonight. And Bellevue has put the press on, which they need to do to get back in this game. They need to do something.
We haven't seen a press yet tonight. Callie Freeze picks it up, finds Bria Timms over in the corner. Back to Freeze. Powell getting a seat on the bench here as she has certainly earned a breather after 33 points and 13 rebounds in the first 3 quarters. It's a lot of threes right there. Stotler, 16-footer, left it short, caught just a piece of the iron. It comes down to Sierra Cole. And they're now down under the 9-minute mark. Perhaps the last 9 minutes of the season for Bellevue. If they don't get something going quickly, they're down by 13 right now. 3 ball up in the corner, and that's how you answer right there. Casson Hopkins, 3rd tray of the night for her. She now has 11 on the game. Bellevue once again getting this game down to a 10-point deficit, and look who's checking back in there, Ron.
Yep.
Daisy Powell not out for too long, taking just a little bit of a break to get herself ready for the final 4th quarter play. Freeze misses the 3-point shot. Molly Dixon runs it down. This could be a single-digit game here if Bellevue can score.
Bellevue wants to dance tomorrow.
Cole, 3! That would have made it a 7-point game. She missed it. Won't be any dancing if they don't get something going. They're going to try, though. Freeze one more time with the ball up on top. Starting to recognize the sense of urgency. Hopkins putting a lot of pressure on her. Stotler, nice little pretty spin move.
Stotler's got a really, really nice move under the basket there.
21 points tonight for her, 10 of which have come in the second half.
Yeah, she's outscoring Daisy in the second half.
Bounce pass goes up into the air, into the hands of Marilee Jones. Freeze.
Numbers.
Over to Strickland, blocked. Molly Dixon steps up, however, goes right back into the hands of the Riverhawks. And taking advantage of the situation, Bria Timms gets the bucket and draws the foul. She'll have a chance for a 3-point play, 77-63.
The breaks are going Umpqua Riverhawks way right now.
Powell's going to check back into the game, and checking out right now for Bellevue. Hopkins, number 5, and number 25, Brenda Okoto. As Timms has one more free throw coming up, or a free throw coming up, we should say, and converts the 3-point play. Bellevue did a nice job to get this down to a 10-point game. Umpqua now on a 5-0 run. 7:35 left, 4th quarter. NWAC semifinals. Dixon gets it over to the right side. And hitting the long 2 there, that's Sierra Cole. 12 points now for Cole, the 5'8" sophomore from Bothell. Same high school as the Okoto sisters, the Bothell Cougars.
Oh, almost a good steal there by Molly Dixon. She just couldn't quite get it before it went over the black line.
Dixon doing her best attempt to keep that one from going out of bounds, and you're absolutely right. The Riverhawks able to keep it. Down low to Powell. Hey, why not? It's worked over and over again tonight. Why ruin a good thing? Powell with 35 now. 81 points for her in the last 2 games. Do you think the 46 points in a game was a record? She might come after it again tonight. Steal for Timms. Missed the open layup. The ball bounces around. Dixon saves it right back to Timms. Riverhawks are going to get a second chance. Powell posting up Jory Lambert. Now she's got double team help from Melinda Okoto. 3 ball up. This time you don't need to go down to Powell. Stotler says, we don't need the 2. How about a 3? 24 points for Jordan Stotler.
Bellevue is starting to feel the panic pressure here, so.
As well they should. They had it down to 10 points just about a minute and a half ago. Now it's 18. Stotler blocks Lambert's shot, but
one of those girls
gets her in the process. Lambert will go to the line.
Put that on to Stotler, her third foul.
Now Lambert shooting 61% on the year from the free throw line.
Quiet in the gym. She misses.
Ooh, misses the first one.
Well, then the percentage says she's going to make this one then.
I think she would take that at this point. Ron Henthorne, ladies and gentlemen, nicely done. Betting the odds, we like that. That's always a smart move.
Yep.
Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. This time we get one right. 83-66.
They'll be back in that full court press here. See if they can't take it, get a quick turnover.
And Umpqua doing a nice job of breaking it. Powell up on top. Now they get to set up the half-court offense and took some time off the clock in the process. Stotler finds Powell down low, back up, count the basket, and she's heading to the line.
Well, you want to jinx her? She's 4 for 4 this half.
I don't think anything jinxes her at this point. 37 points for Powell.
I don't think it's going to matter. We had a really close game here up until the last 3 or 4 minutes, and it's kind of like getting the runaway here now.
15 for 21 from the field. Did miss the free throw. That leaves her at 7 for 11 for the night.
I jinxed her.
And you know what? If she gets the victory in 5 minutes and 47 seconds, she'll be okay with the jinx. We'll see how this plays out.
She should be okay.
I think the question now becomes how much longer do we get to watch Powell for? Keep in mind, these girls are going to turn back around and play in less than 24 hours for the championship. And that ball is blocked by Stotler. Brenda Okoto gets her shot blocked and then picks up a foul afterwards.
They just got, what, 37 points or something like that?
She's 37 right now.
Yeah.
And that is the 5th foul against Brenda Okoto. Your star player, your leading scorer, has just fouled out of the game. You're already down by 19 with 5:43 left. And that may, in fact, be the last time that Brenda Okoto steps onto the floor as a Bellevue Bulldog, a sophomore. Very nice career for her. Yeah. Trapped into the corner. Stotler, nice pass down low, floats up to Powell. Powell misses the shot, bats it up with her hand for the second attempt, gets a third one after Timms misses, and this time converts.
And a rebound. You got a rebound and put it back up.
She got 2 rebounds. Got that batted ball that hit the rim counts as a rebound too. She just keeps padding those numbers tonight, and why not? 39 points for her. 5:13 showing on the clock.
Powell's going to get a foul on that one. Be her third foul, right? Yeah, no, I'm right.
You are correct. Not that they're, I think, keeping an eye on her fouls at this point with that 21-point lead. I think more importantly, they're looking at points for her. Dixon, 3 ball up, misses it.
Oh,
going to get the rebound. Are we going to get a foul?
We should.
And give Bria Timms a lot of credit. She knew right away that she had, in fact, inadvertently pushed Sydney Schultz, who's getting her first action. 3rd team foul against Umpqua. That will not be a shooting foul. It's one of those where there's no way to... Oh, a nice steal there as Timms just picks off the inbound pass. Kicks it ahead. Greenfeld finds Powell running into the lane. Floats it up. 41 points for Daisy.
Good hustle by Powell to get down there on that fast break.
Great hustle by Powell and Greenfeld. Nice job all around. 89 points as a team. 69 points for Bellevue as Sierra Cole pulls the trigger on a 3 and gets it to go. 89-69 score.
And we're going to get a timeout here.
And we are indeed going to get a timeout. Hey, there's still a little drama left. Is Daisy Powell going to set that tournament record? We'll find out. We're going to take a break right now, though. You are watching NWAC semifinal basketball on STSPN.
What is the tournament record?
Celebrating 50 years of possibilities realized, Pierce College is here to guide you to student success. With more than 60 programs of study at Pierce College, there's a fit for you, your life, and your schedule, including short-term certificate programs, transfer degrees, and even baccalaureate degrees. Pierce provides flexible degree options to help you on your path. Your pathway is clear at Pierce College. Speaking of clear pathways, Umpqua looking for a pathway to the championship game, and Stotler gets them that much closer to doing so, though, as she now has 26 points tonight, the largest lead of the night for Umpqua at 22 points. And it looks as though the Riverhawks are heading back to the finals at this point. And guess who stayed in the game? Daisy Powell still in there, Ron.
She's still in there. I think we talked a bit about this. I think she might stay in there another minute or two, but because they got a game tomorrow, they're pretty sure they're going to win tonight. So.
And here we go down low, 41 and counting, make it 43. And I had misspoke earlier. She did not set the tournament record last week. She tied it with 46. She now has 43. Let's see if they keep her in there long enough to potentially get that. And with the scoreboard being one of which that shows the player individual totals, you know she knows what the number is as Jory Lambert shuffles those feet. You know that Coach Strickland is aware of it. Daisy is aware of it. Her teammates know what's going on as well. Let's see if they try to get number 32 the basketball here. Double team as the press is on for Bellevue. They are able to break it to Powell. Swings it on over to Strickland. Strickland motioning Powell into the lane.
Yeah, get inside there where you can get your shot off.
Double team puts it up. 45 points. 3:30 left on the clock. Daisy Powell, you are ridiculously special tonight. 12 points in the fourth quarter alone. 95-69 lead. Cole, open look three, misses it. Greenfell pulls down the rebound. Let's see if number 32 can get another basket here. The ball is passed ahead to Strickland. Didn't see it coming initially, able to look up at the last second and grab it. Powell playing high post, cutting through the lane. They're looking for it. This could be it. Ball is up. It's good! Daisy Strickland, how do you answer a 46-point game? You come back and get 47. Her entire bench knew that. The entire group over there on the sidelines all standing up and cheering. She has 47 points, and she has a steal here as well. 2:42 to go. Ball is kicked ahead to Timms.
She's going to come out now. They're finally put up the sub.
Let's see if they're going to get her any more points here as they now have the possession. 2:33 left. Somebody just yelled down below, "Come on, Daisy, you ain't done." Let's see if she gets this. Ooh, I thought maybe she was going to go for the 50.
Should have.
The crowd even sensed that one. There was a little bit of a pause and a sigh when she didn't shoot it. Ball is loose on the ground. Timms keeps it alive. Strickland then getting on the ground and bats it over to Greenfell. A new shot clock now. Every time Powell touches that ball, you hear some of the fans down low getting excited and wanting her to put the ball up in the air one more time. Powell being guarded by Melinda Okoto now. Here they go, double team. Ball gets loose. Okoto saves it into the hands of her teammate, Sierra Cole.
This is where if you're Umpqua, you want to call timeout.
Jory Lambert gets her shot blocked by Stotler. Strickland comes away with it. Here they come, 2-on-2. Are they going to look for number 32 down low? And we'll find out here. Offense is being reset.
Dave Strickland should be calling a timeout here and let that young lady out.
Stotler, ball rims around, misses. He definitely has players ready to go at the scorer's table. As Marilee Jones, I believe, is the one waiting to check in for. Molly Dixon, three ball up in the air, misses it. Nice job by Melinda Okoto. Gets down, puts up the shot, is fouled.
Gonna help Daisy get her fourth foul. Then he can take her out.
She wants to add all the stats up, right?
Yeah. Almost gonna let her foul off if you leave her in much longer.
And the PA announcer has just let the crowd know that she set the tournament record for a single game point total. Melinda Okoto will stay in to shoot the free throws. And now we're going to get a new 5 entirely for Umpqua as they empty the bench.
Yep.
Okoto hits the first free throw.
Why shouldn't they? 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go. They got a 27-point lead.
And here they come. Nice round of applause from some of the fans here, some of which no doubt here to see Umpqua. Others are just here to see good basketball.
Well, this turned out to be a little bit of a blowout right at the end, Steve, but it wasn't that way at the half, and it wasn't that way halfway through the second half.
If you are Bellevue, you have nothing to hang your head down about. This is a team that's never won a championship. 8th place in 2014, 5th in 2013. A Bulldogs team that doesn't have a strong tradition of women's basketball, and fact that Mel Stubblefield and this young group of ladies are able to make it to the semifinals, quite the achievement in itself. So certainly a tip of the cap to the Bulldogs and to what they've been able to accomplish this year.
Yeah, 22 wins in the season isn't anything to snuff at.
Not at all. 3 ball up in the corner. That is missed. Number 31, Margaret Anderson. And now the starters over on the bench applauding the reserve players.
They count that one? I guess they did. We're 1 point away from the 100 mark here.
Lily Eckhart will be the one to try to get them there. Eckhart on the year shooting free throws, 6 for 14. So perhaps the 100 mark not a gimme at this point. 1-1, and she hits it. There's your century total.
She got the basket too, didn't she? Yeah. 4th
time this year that Umpqua has hit the triple-digit mark, 100-70. No bigger one than this one here, though. Dixon kicks it out. Akoto floats one up from 15 feet, misses it. Dixon saves it in bounds, or does she? I'm going to say she was already out. 45.8 left. So the matchup that everybody has been expecting pretty much since the tournament started, or thought there was a pretty good chance of happening anyway, was Umpqua versus Walla Walla. And once Lane was eliminated, I think that kind of took down the possibility of 2 other teams playing there. And one of the 2 teams now punching their ticket as the Riverhawks will move on. Walla Walla still has to go through the Cinderella story that is Big Bend, so we'll see if they can get their victory. We'll go off the air for about 15 minutes after this game is over, take a quick break, and then we'll come right back on to broadcast that game. So if you are hanging out and wanting to watch more basketball tonight, be sure to tune into that one.
Big Bend, the big spoiler coming into this tournament. They didn't expect to get this far, let alone be playing against Walla Walla.
Big Bend barely even made the tournament. They were the number 4 seed in that conference. Only got that playoff spot by 1 game. And yet here we are talking about them. They're going to be one of the final 3 teams left, technically, if you want to make it sound even better, as they'll be suiting up here in a few moments. 3 ball up in the air. Marilee Jones! Why not? She hasn't hit a 3 yet tonight. She has now. 103-70, 12 seconds left in the game. Riverhawks raising their record to 31-1. Only blemish came back in late February against Lane. They're hoping they don't have any more this year. They're hoping they're hoisting a trophy after the 5 o'clock start tomorrow. Umpqua advances to the championship game. They have defeated the Bellevue Bulldogs 103-70. Again, a nice job by Bellevue this season. Their final record 22-8. And what can you say? Daisy Powell.
22-9 now.
22-9. Daisy Powell with a tournament record 47 points. 14 rebounds. She was 20 for 27 from the field. She was 21 for 23 from the field in the quarterfinal game. So if you do the quick math on that, that is 41 of 50. That's 82%, Ron.
I think she's player of the game, don't you think?
I think she's the player of the tournament. Yeah. I think you can go ahead and give her the trophy before she suits up tomorrow. Also want to give a shout out to Jordan Stotler. 24 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists tonight. So she was getting it done all over the place and played nice defense as well. Bria Timms comes away with 15 points. Taylor Strickland, 9 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. And what it all equals out to is an Umpqua 33-point victory. Congratulations to them. They are heading to the championship game. And here's another stat for you, Ron. Final rebounding totals for the night. Umpqua 55, Bellevue 31.
And that's a difference.
Bellevue had the lead on rebounds. I think it was 23-22 at the half, so I'm doing this in my head, but I think Umpqua 33 rebounds in the second half, Bellevue 10.
Yeah.
33-10. That's why you outscore your opponent by 32 in the second half.
That's definitely the case. And I think Bellevue is a shorter team and shorter in numbers as well. I think they got tired. I really do.
I think you're right.
And I think that they deserve a big applause for playing as well as they did throughout this game, and they just kind of run out of steam, I think.
Fun game on a number of levels. Certainly a great first half, and then the second half it was let's watch the scoreboard and see what Daisy can do. Again, 47 points tonight, a new NWAC tournament record. We're going to sign off right now, Ron, and let's take ourselves a break, get a little shot of water, and do this all over again in about 15 minutes.
All right. Sounds good, Steve.
So we're going to sign off again. The final score, Umpqua 103, Bellevue 70. Stay tuned. Walla Walla versus Big Bend coming up. You're watching NWAC basketball on STSPN.